there. So here is the video as promised. Oh my god, like 3 weeks ago, where I was going to go ahead and answer your art questions. Now you're probably wondering, what took you so long? I can tell you, the crippling fear of public speaking. But I understand I can't keep putting it off, and you know what? We're in quarantine. Things are a little crazy right now. Life is short. You know what? Might as well put the big girl pants on, in my case, to do this video and answer a couple questions for you guys, which I was actually excited to do. This sort of thing makes me very nervous, as you probably can tell. I wanted to do this for a while. I actually have a lot of ideas. It's just the act of doing it, which is a little scary. But we're gonna get over that. So I'm gonna go ahead and answer some of the questions from a Instagram post that I made not too long ago. I want to say maybe like 3 weeks ago, so it was a long ago. But we're gonna go ahead and get to it. So the first question is from I'm Just Joshin, and they asked, do you find it weird when people send you a photo of themselves for you to draw? The answer is absolutely not. I actually love drawing people. It's so much fun. A lot of the commissions that I've done have been mainly people, and I always have a good time drawing for people, really. And I think it's just the act of creating, images and bringing it to life with my own personal flair. I find that pretty fun. In honesty, it's a little, I don't know how else to explain it other than, just like having fun. It's awesome. So the next question is from Irreverent Draws. They asked, what equipment do you use? By the way, this looks super cute. Thank you. So as you guys probably know, I'm a pioneer who uses everything for art. I'm constantly on this effortless, endless journey of trying to find something that really, really works for me. And I don't really know what that is, but I can tell you with a certainty, the program that I'm currently using at this time is Clip Studio Paint EX Pro and Photoshop. I used to use Paint Tool Sci, but I kind of found out that Clip Studio Paint is literally Photoshop and Sci. They made a baby, and I love Clip Studio Paint with all my heart. Like, it took me a little while to get used to, but I really do like the program as a whole. So I went ahead and I went with that. I really love mainly the image quality that I get from all of my pictures. That's really my main thing. I also use Procreate on the iPad, and I have an Apple Pencil as well. I'm still not quite used to Procreate 100%. You can probably tell based on some of the pieces that I've done. But I think Procreate is a lot of fun to use in terms of portraits and, sketches. I really have fun with that. I think in terms of finding a really good program, you just have to wiggle around. Find some wiggle room. You can't really be afraid to branch out because, for a long time I was afraid of Photoshop, and you know what? I love it now. It's great. It's pretty awesome. So the next question is from, I believe, Snow Frog. How many years have you been drawing? It's been 12 years now. It's been a long time. I don't know, art is just a lot of fun for me. So the next question I had is from Kira Michi, and they asked, tips on painting and rendering. I always find it hard to start learning. Okay, so I actually am planning on doing tutorials. I know a lot of people have been asking, and I usually I'm gonna do it. But honestly, it's hard to teach people because I don't want to steer them the wrong way. But you know what? We're gonna get over that. I am going to make a tutorial. I can't really explain it as far as this video right now, but I can tell you the best tip: always look for a soft brush. You can do like renderings with a hard brush, but if you want like really soft results, like some of the pictures that you see on Instagram, I highly recommend using a soft brush, or maybe a hard brush with a soft edge. Like, that's probably the best thing you can do. So the next question is from Mimi Rose 787, and they asked, do you prefer buying different color paints or mix and paint yourself if you do paint? So I'm a watercolor girl. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have used oil paints in high school. I've also did a mural in high school. I'm not very good with paints as I would like to get. I do love watercolors, however. I do really, really love watercolors. While I don't do traditional art as much anymore, that was my niche when I did used to do it. I would like to get a canvas though, and I would like to get some oil paints and some acrylics, and I really want to get into it because I really like the look of varnish on paints. Like, I really love that. That looks awesome. Okay, so the next question is from Hot Cocoa Cup 23, and they asked, what were some of your biggest inspirations and what made you want to start and continue art? So growing up, I loved anime before I knew what it was. My all-time favorite show was Dragon Ball Z. It was my absolute obsession, still is, obviously. But it was something that I used to love. When I was younger, I used to trace over the pictures. It was a lot of fun, But the one thing that really, really, really jump-started me into the art biz is one of my childhood best friends that goes by the name of Fresaboba on most of their platforms. You should check out his art. It's so incredible. I want to say he was the blueprint that literally lit a spark in my life. I want to say because I remember very clearly, actually. It was the 6th grade, and we moved away for a long time, and we reunited. We're hanging out and everything, and they drew a picture for me, and it was a picture of Saya from Blood Plus. It was Blood Plus, and it was the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, oh my god, this is incredible. That was really my thought, because this is the first time I've ever seen actual anime drawing in my face, like right there. And I was like, oh my god, this is incredible. And I would just sit and stare at the picture, and this was like pre-awakened weeb me just hanging in there. Like, I loved anime at the time. I didn't know what it was, but I loved it. And then after getting that drawing, it really inspired me to figure out, okay, what is anime? We trickled down, we rode the weeb train for a long time, and of course, started drawing. So that's one of the major inspirations. Now to the second part of your question. I want to say art is my lifeline. Art has gotten me through some of the most tumultuous parts of my life, and I think people really underestimate the power of art and how it can really be therapeutic, and it can help you, because when times were rough, I would go and I just draw and it'd make me feel better. It just kind of take your mind off of the crazy things. So for me, art was more than just, oh wow, I enjoy doing this thing. It was like, wow, this thing really keeps me going. And I actually went on a brief hiatus a while back, and I was probably in the worst place because I was not drawing. Obviously, life happens, it's fine, but once I picked it up again, like now, I want to say now, you probably noticed based on the flowage of videos now, it took me a while to kind of get the flow back, and I do have a lot of plans and things I would like to do, but one of the biggest issues was just keep going. So I guess just don't overthink it. I have this thing where I overthink it, so I'm just like, you know what, just draw, don't even think about it. You don't know what you're doing, you're drawing blah, just draw blah until you figure out what it is. So that was that. So the next question is, I believe, from Zia416, and they ask, do you have any tips or key things that you look for when drawing digitally, like certain tools, brush types, layering, etc.? Also, thank you for being so inspiring. I love your art, and I've been learning a lot from watching your videos. Thank you so much. Honestly, I'm like always experimenting when it comes to brushes, because I don't have that brush. A long time ago I did, but my style and taste changed, so I'm still looking. I would highly recommend, you should definitely look for references when it comes to digital drawing. It's important to reference. You know, for a while I used to fight myself on it, but obviously references make everything better. When it comes to brush types, you know, you can just go on a little hunt, you know, you can explore, and you know, some of the artists that are out there, you know, they'll give you their brush settings, and you can try it out and see if you know you like it. So I would highly recommend you should do that. Another thing I would advise as far as layering, figure out how layers work when you draw. I think that would be the best thing you can do. I know some of the techniques. I don't use all of them. I can be honest. I do not name my layers, and you can probably tell. But I know it's a habit I do have to break. But there are many things you can do, and learning techniques with the different programs that you use can definitely enhance your art experience. So I highly recommend you should try that out. That's probably the best thing I say you can do, you know, because it takes a while. Don't be too hard on yourself. Just have fun with it, because honestly, when you're having fun, you're going to improve anyway. So there's that. So this is from Abby Larson. How do you shade eyes? With the video that I use here, I can't really go into details, but I do plan on doing a tutorial, and I will definitely post it, don't worry. I do have a couple of plans, because you know, people ask me all the time, you know, can you show me how you do XYZ, and you know, I have to structure and layer it out, which I will. So you just look out for that, keep an eye out for it. I'll go ahead and I'll work on that for you. And the last one is from one of my dearest friends, Forever Dreaming. And her question was, where do your creative ideas come from? Do you get inspired from other artists, shows, movies, music, and the world around you, or do ideas just randomly pop in your head? Honestly, yes, to all of them, but mainly the random ideas that usually pop up in my head. Like every now and again, I'll get inspiration from music and things of that nature, but for the most part, it's mainly just, oh wow, random idea, let's do it. Or you know, I see some really pretty art, some really pretty clothes, and I want to draw it, and usually I just go from there. It's pretty fun. I guess, I don't know, I wing it sometimes. I can be honest, I'll be honest with you, I wing it when it comes to these ideas, because usually it's spur of the moment. I don't always plan everything when I draw, but I do intend on having a good time, which is usually the whole plan anyway. So yeah, this is the last video. Thank you guys for watching. I look forward to posting more videos for you guys. Don't be afraid to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye!